Guys, Michael Edward here with True Trading Group. December 15th, I kept my streak alive. I have not had 2 consecutive red days since the end of September. And yesterday I had a red day. So my goal today was just to come in and just be green. I didn't care if I just made $100 today. I just wanted to be green. So I wanted to just be disciplined, stick to my rules and really just be very, very patient with my setups and not try to push myself and not try to feel like I need to make everything back that I lost yesterday today. And by taking that approach to the day, I ended up walking away with 38% in total gains in 2 trades, LFIN and PYDS. And LFIN, I'm going to get to first. That's a stock you see right here on my screen. Was an absolute monster today. Stock went from about $9 all the way up to $26, $27. I didn't catch anywhere near the bulk of that move, and I'm okay with it. I still caught a 23% gain in LFIN. I could have caught 100% gain, but the stock ended up running a lot farther than I think anyone expected, and I had my reasons why I sold this LFIN and why I locked in those profits, and it's twofold. Okay, I ended up selling LFIN way too early, but I just wanted to be green today. So my very first trade of the day, I come out of the gate with a 23% gain. I was happy to take my profits and walk away. The stock also gave me one bearish signal, and since I was being extra tight today because it's just wanting to be green, that one bearish signal caused me to kind of jump ship and not hold on to anything in this LFIN. And I wish I did. Hindsight's 2020. Stock ended up taking off all day. I sold my final piece at $11.71, and the stock ended up going to 26. And it's okay. Okay, yes, it's frustrating to see a stock run after you sell it, but my goal today was to just be green, and your goal as a trader every day is to just make money. So if you achieve your goal and accomplish your goal, it's a great trade and it's a great day. And today was a great day for me, 38% in total gains, and I kept my streak alive of not having back-to-back consecutive red days. And now let's get to the charts, and I'll walk you through this LFIN. I have to zoom in. Otherwise, you won't be able to even see the chart because the stock ended up running so much. So here's this LFIN. Stock gaps up on a news catalyst early in the morning. The stock just started trading a few days ago. This is a recent IPO. So gaps up, puts in an initial high of 1020 right here. Okay. Then you see the stock start to pull in a little bit. Notice this orange line on your screen. This is that VWAP. You can notice very clearly how that VWAP was acting as resistance for the stock as it was pulling in, trying to find support midway into the gap. Okay, the stock closed the previous day at around $5.35, and the stock gapped up today to $9.76, putting that high at 1020, and then started to pull in. So see the stock finally found support mid-gap as its VWAP was acting as resistance. And I said to everyone in chat, if it breaks through, watch for a break above that VWAP. This is a very strong stock, gapping up big, huge volume. As soon as it finds support in that gap, watch for it to do an about face and pop back above VWAP on an increase in volume. That's going to be your chance to get long. And you can see right here on this candle, the stock broke through that VWAP right here on an increase in volume. Okay, and that was your signal to get long. You then see how the stock held up, tested that VWAP right here. Look at how it tested that VWAP, and that VWAP acted as support. Clear as day, you can see that VWAP test right here, and the stock bounced off it, and I got long right here at $9.50. Here's my trade announcements, guys. I post every day live in chat, 9:52 a.m. long, LFIN at 9:50. Okay, let's go back to the chart. So here I am getting long at 9:50, and then you see the stock start to push and ends up breaking through the high of the day on, again, a nice steady increase in volume. Perfect. This is exactly what you want to see in this setup. When a stock gaps up, pulls in, you see that VWAP act as resistance for the stock. The VWAP just goes straight across. The stock can't get back above that VWAP. Then all of a sudden, when it pops its head above VWAP and you get that increase in volume, that's your buy signal. Typically, when that happens, you'll see the stock at least make a move back up to test the high of the day. So your initial test would be that 1020, which is the high of the day. And if you see volume continues to remain strong and is continuously increasing, that's when you look for the stock to break the high and give you continuation. Okay, that's what happened here when you see we got the increase in volume on the break above VWAP, and then you got the increase in volume right here as the stock broke through the high of the day on this candle right here. There's again another strong increase in volume. Okay, I went ahead, I took my very first profit at 1050. Okay, so right around here. And that's just because I wanted to stay tight, guys. Like I said, my goal today was just to be green. I was up 11% at the time. Oh, was it 10% or 11%? Let's 11%. So here at 9:59, so 7 minutes after I bought the stock, I took my first profit at 10.50 for an 11% gain and said I'm still holding some. Back to the chart. And I did that, guys, just because whenever I'm up around 10 to 12 or 10 to 15% on a trade, I like to take some profit just to lock it in. It makes it a lot easier to hold on to the rest of your position and look for that continuation, look for that follow-through move. And also, if the trade completely fails, locking in that little bit of profit up there. I usually sell 20% of my position. Locking in that little bit of profit can help you actually be positive on a failed trade, or at least break even on a failed trade, but certainly minimize your loss on a failed trade. So that's why I like to sell like 20-25% of my position. And when I'm up 10 to 15%, lock it in, and then I can hold on to the bulk of my position and look for that follow through. So you see in this LFIN, after I locked in that profit, I saw that previous morning high hold support. Here it is. There's your retest of the initial morning high, broke through it on an increase in volume, and there's your retest, and it ends up holding support, and it gave it to you one more time. It held support right here. Okay, I ended up taking a little more profit at 11.19, so 10.03 at 11.19. I took some more profit, 18% gain. Go back to the chart. So right up here, I took a little more profit. And again, guys, this is because my goal coming to the day was just to be green. I've not had back-to-back red days since September, and I was not ready to end that streak today. So I was being extra tight, and I was trading extra conservative because I wanted to make sure I locked that green day. Now, what I said after I got flat, the bulk of my position there for an 18% gain, I said I'm holding on to this piece. It was about 20% of my position still, looking for continuation and looking for follow through after the stock held that initial morning high as support right here. What happened next was a bearish signal that the stock gave me, and because I was being conservative and keeping it tight today, that one bearish signal caused me to abandon ship, and the stock ended up taking off shortly after I sold the rest of my position and just exploded without me. And I'll show you where. The stock, you can see right here, broke the high of the day right here on this candle. Okay, so now here was that high, and the stock broke that high right here. Okay, look at the volume that came in when the stock broke that high. Light volume, decreasing volume, much lighter. Look at this volume when the stock broke the high of the day. Now the stock just broke the high again, but look at that volume. Look at how weak that volume is right here. The stock just broke the high of the day. Look how weak the volume is. That was my bearish signal, and I said, you know what, guys, I'm up 23% on this trade. That's a great trade. I'm taking my profit. I sold the final piece of my position right here at 11.71. Okay, I'll go back to my announcements so you can see it. At 10.20, final take profit, 11.71 for a 23% gain. Okay, the stock ended up exploding after that. Watch as I pan out. Look at this. Look at that. It gets worse. Look at that, guys. Look at how much money I left on the table on this LFIN trade. And what I want to talk about now is that was the trade setup. That was the chart setup. Study that chart pattern, learn it. I go after that chart setup all the time. It's a very high percentage pattern. But now the mental part came into play. I could have been so angry with myself for selling too soon in LFIN because the stock exploded and ran without me. And I'm not angry. I'm happy. I'm very happy. I caught a 23% gain. That's an awesome trade. And I kept my streak alive, and I had a green day, and a really nice green day. Now, if I held on to my position in LFIN, I could have had a monstrous day. But I didn't. Okay? I took my profit. I had reasons why I took my profits, and I'm okay with that. All right. Now, if I wasn't red yesterday and I had a big day yesterday, maybe I hold on to a piece of my position through that bearish signal the stock gave me, and I could have caught another leg in this LFIN. But that's nor here nor there. That's not what happened. And I locked my profits. I had my reasons for locking my profits. And when that happens and you have a reason for selling a stock and you make money on that stock and the stock runs without you, you need to be okay with your decision. Do not make a stock that runs after you sell it when you had reasons for selling it cause you to hold on to a stock next time when the stock's giving you a bearish signal. Because the next time a stock gives you a bearish signal, it's going to collapse and fail, and you're going to turn what was a profitable trade into a negative trade, and do not ever let that happen. And that's why I'm okay with locking my 23% gain, and you should be too. All right, and that was LFIN. Now, since I wasn't upset that LFIN just kept on running, I was trading with a very clear head the whole rest of the day. I was in a great place mentally, and I went after another trade, and I added 15% on top of my gains that I locked in LFIN. Now, if I was upset with LFIN, I probably wouldn't have caught this trade. Okay, that's why you got to once you're done, be done. Okay, every trade is a new trade, it's a new opportunity, and this PYDS gave me another opportunity, and this is another setup and a different setup that I want you to start looking for afternoon trades. That setup in LFIN is a morning setup. Okay, this setup in PYDS is strictly for afternoon setups. When a stock has a strong morning, has a strong surge in price, has a strong surge in volume, look for that stock to trade sideways throughout lunchtime and hold above a level of support. That level of support could be the VWAP. It could be the previous morning high. It could be the 38.2 Fibonacci retracement level. Okay? Nonetheless, watch for it to be holding above a support level going into the afternoon session, coming out of lunchtime. Typically, if a strong stock in the morning is going to break and it's going to crack, it'll crack during lunchtime, it'll become weak, and it'll roll over when volume is light. But if a stock holds above support, a strong stock holds above support all throughout lunchtime, when the afternoon session comes around, look for volume to start to come back into the stock, and you can get another possible trade. At 11:30 in the morning, I said, guys, PYDS is holding above VWAP. VWAP is now acting as an area of support for PYDS. It did it again at noon. It did it again at 12:45. It did it again at 1:30, and it did it again at 1:45. You can also then very clearly see a resistance level around $3. Fail, 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 fail. Okay, so you can clearly see we have a support level at VWAP and you have a resistance level at $3. Okay, I was saying for about an hour and a half, guys, watch PYDS, watch PYDS. If it holds above this VWAP throughout lunchtime, watch PYDS. I think it's going to make a move in the afternoon. I got long PYDS right here at $2.95. Take it to my announcements. 1:52 p.m. long PYDS 295, stop loss 282. Here it is, guys, right here. These are my live announcements. I post these every day live in chat as I enter and exit trades. It comes up as push notifications inside the chat room. So here I got long at $2.95, and then very shortly after that, you see, boom, the stock explodes, breaks through the high of the day. There's your increase in volume. I took some profit at 325. Stock pulls in, gives you one more little push. I took more profit at $3.39 for a 15% gain, and then I held on to a piece of my position. Let me show you my announcements. So here you go, 325, 10%, and then at 2:13 p.m., 339 for a 15% gain, still holding some. I held on to about 20% of my position because it was only 230. Okay, the stock broke the high of the day at 145, 150. I'm sorry, around let's see. Let's actually see when it was. 154. Okay, 154, stock breaks the high of the day. There's still so much day left. There's still 2 hours of trading day left. So I decided to hold on to a piece in case the stock just pushed and gave you follow through right into the close, but it did not. It ended up falling, cracking back down below that support. I actually sold my final piece at 292, so I took a 1% loss on my final sell, but a 10% gain here and a 15% gain here, and it was just a great trade to add on top of my LFIN 23% gain. And it was a great trade. It was a great day, and I had a really nice green day. Okay, I ended up actually making back what I lost yesterday and then some, so I more than covered my loss and actually made more than what I lost the day before. But I achieved my goal. I said I was going to just, stick to my rules, stay disciplined, and just be green. I didn't feel like I have to make back everything that I lost. Just be green. And that was part of the reason why I took my profits early there in LFIN for 23% gain when I could have made 100% gain. But I'm okay with that. I'm not going to let it get to me. I'm not going to let that influence my execution on a trade next week, next month, next year, because over time, it's that discipline that will keep you consistently profitable. I'll see you guys tomorrow in chat.